Paez. As we get ready for this tip-off, first possession. And that ends up with the Meralco Bolts. The zone D for Terrafirma. That three is good. So Quinto starts us off in the triple.
I mean, that's how it is, Andrew. We were talking about the history of Bong Quinto and how he evolved to become a good two-guard, even a three for Meralco. It's because he was really able to develop his outside game aside from his ball handling skills.
He didn't have that in college. It's Bong Quinto
showing us. It just makes me look so good. Thank you, Bong. Parents would want to call Bong, like a junior, Some parents would either look at that, play with the names.
Take a look at that burst of speed by Mark. Bong Quinto gets to Almazan. Cliff Hodge drives against Sanggalang, hangs in the air. Oh, gets the friendly roll.
You can see the size factor, the Meralco Bolts, lording it over underneath.
Terrafirma. Sanggalang against two. Ooh, steps in. What a move. Sanggalang gets it to go.
I'm just amazed by Luis Sanggalang's, footwork, and most especially, that upper body strength to be able to post up anyone in the league.
At the floor. Rios trying to attack the middle. Hangs in the air. Gets swatted away.
Again, Luis.
Quinto, one more time. He's been hot. Almost another four-pointer. Almazan. It's too easy against Springle.
What you want?
Aaron Black being shaded here. Gets it to Hodge. Hodge, tough shot. Ramos secures the board. Oh, Black gets away with it.
That's something that you don't want the Meralco Bolts to have. Of course, Anjo Karam is available, and for sure, Coach Nenad will be making use of a guy like Anjo Karam who's always ready to play. Again, I think the courtside reporter's tired because he had to rush back already to his post. But definitely, it really is a key. For me, it's quite obvious that we have the Meralco Bolts with their size, and that's something that we're already seeing early in the first quarter. That's why there was a big size lead already. And that's something that we need the Terrafirma team to really have a lot of those guards to really rebound too. So let's see how the development will be, Andre, because this is going to be a much harder game compared to the Phoenix team.
But right now, Meralco, you can see, aside from their size, they're playing with a bit more sense of urgency, getting to those boards, getting to those offensive rebounds, and they're really just passing the ball so well here in the first quarter.
So grateful for this opportunity to play and even to commentate here in the PBA. I owe the PBA a lot in my career.
And as Romeo finds some space, and that's automatic for TR7. 25-13. Much needed basket for Terrafirma. Drive inside. Oh, what a finish by Cancino.
This is what's heavy with the Bolts. You got guys coming off the bench. Last game against Terrafirma, their bench points really was one of the reasons why they were able to get back in the game. And of course, if you have Cancino in your lineup, you're definitely going to be stacked with guys who can score.
Zaldivar, wide open three. Back-to-back triples for Terrafirma. And that's what Zaldivar does. Big man who can shoot from the outside. Cuts the lead down to 11. Terrafirma trying to finish strong here, but Meralco has other ideas. That's another three for the Bolts.
Fell short towards the end. So a lot of these guys still have a lot of sharpening up to do, most especially because they know there are formidable teams that are up and coming, just like Converge.
And Dennis Romy just showed us how to dribble the basketball and get that ball through the net as he put on the moves against the Meralco Bolts. First basket of the second quarter goes to Terrafirma. Brent Paraiso guarding Nusa. The double and the great stop. Katapusan ahead of the pack. Easy layup finish. Great start for the Jeep.
This is the same thing that...
Terence, extra pass. Zaldivar. Melesio drives baseline. Nobody there. That's three straight baskets for the Jeep.
Again, this combination right here, when you have CJ Katapusan in the lineup, he's very active with his hands defensively. That's why he was, again, same story as what they did against Phoenix. These guys are the ones that brought their team back.
Oh, that's a bad foul by Zaldivar.
Drop down on that defense, but look at the way Jun Melesio read that defense rushing out on him. Guys have to drop down after, Meralco was able to have that pick.
Asking for a screen from Sanggalang. Terence pushing. Forcing the issue. Great defense by Cancino. Race on. Streaking down the lane.
Quick. You cannot like force your way in that defense because they are helping a lot in that defense. Again, Rayson is just really tearing his defense.
Karam. Bringing the ball down for Meralco. Extra pass, Cancino, 3, looks good. It's good for Cancino.
Modern day LeBron James, because you know he actually does everything on the court.
Oh, that ball manages to find its way inside a hoop for Terrafirma. No whistle yet as they go back to Nonoy. Inside pass, Sanggalang. Bully ball inside with the finish.
Yes, against Cancino, he'll be able to do that with ease. That's his advantage. He's just way too strong under the basket.
42-26. Cancino again attacking the defense of Stanley. That's another miss for the Bolts. Chance for Terrafirma. They go back to Sanggalang. Sanggalang so aggressive. Inside against 2. Gets the basket plus the foul.
He's really a bull strong player. Reminds me a lot of a great player in Nelson Saitono.
But he's that bull strong.
Yeah, he wouldn't really lift as much as we do because, of course, you know, I was never gifted with that strength, but I just had to work on that. But again, you know, like guys like Stanley Pringle, you know, they're gifted with speed and, you know, great ball handling skills. Aside from that, other players would come into the league. They really have to continuously work hard.
Oh, we're in the middle of a 9-0 run here by Terrafirma. Mark Nonoy just shot out like a can. Terrafirma to push them within 9 of the Meralco Bolts lead. Stanley Pringle, Mark Nonoy leading them.
Sometimes it will work, but chances are, if what happened was Paraiso went backdoor also or went relocated elsewhere.
Quinto. Pocket pass back to Mendoza, designated shooter, back-to-back triples for the Bolts.
It's that quick ball movement coming from the Meralco Bolts that gave them a lot of openings in that last play.
And that lead back up to 13 for the White Shirts. Again, it's been a game of runs. Sanggalang gets doubled, shoots it, doesn't matter, just shoots over Pascual.
But they went single coverage on Sanggalang and definitely.
Post up here by Pringle. Kicks it out. Nonoy thought about the 4. Drives, hangs, floats, shoots, and scores.
And that's what Coach Raymond was saying a while ago. You know?
ISO time here for Stanley. Pringle, bully ball, shoots, fades, and scores.
Joel Mendoza did everything possible, and yet Stanley was still able to go on a fall away.
And Terrafirma coming on strong here, just down by 7. Karam, fades, shoots. Oh! Wow. Nice shot by Karam.
It's a great player for me. You know, whenever you play him or not, you know, he'll always be ready to perform.
A consummate professional, Anjo Karam. Big production here as Nonoy tripped on that last play, leading to a fast break by Bong Quinto.
I mean, Manager Danny's spirit is also, I would say, part of that 50 years because he managed a lot of great players back then. It's his son already who's the one managing, helping out with all these their talent in their camp.
And always nice to see Boss Danny on the sideline as, of course, he had a couple of health issues a couple of months ago. Nice to see him also back here.
Quinto. Gonna post up Aljun.
That's what he does, and that's how he finishes. Strong finish here for the Meralco Bolts as they lead the first half by 13. Terrafirma actually won this quarter by 1. Alvin Pasaol gets it to Nunu. Corner shot, that is automatic. That's the shot that won.
Remember, in that second quarter, they did very well. So again, Meralco is making some good stops here.
So trying to force the issue there. Alvin Pasaol.
But because they're playing defense, they would get some steals and convert and get going in the end. The problem is in this third quarter.
Paulo Hernandez, corner. Mark Nonoy open. Doesn't challenge Bates. Katapusan wide open 3. There you go, CJ Katapusan with a triple.
Again, you know, it takes a lot of will to be able to penetrate that defense, and it's not that easy. But with Mark Nonoy, he was able to get to the heart to at least draw that defense in and open things up for Katapusan.
Oh, what a pass by Bong Quinto. No luck to Brandon Bates. Quinto. DJ Cancino, nice pass to the shooter, Torres. And Torres gets a three.
Regarding Bong Hawkins, he may not be that quick, but his timing is really something that will throw you off.
Oh! CJ Cancino is having himself a ball game. Going to Bolts' way here in this ball game here at the Nino Aguina Stadium. They're up. Cancino, extra pass, Quinto. Back to CJ. Extra pass again. Too much passing there for Meralco. As Rayson gets the touchdown pass
turnover.
back.
The good thing about Rayson is sprinted down.
Wow, Kurt Rayson and CJ Cancino have been on fire in this ball game.
And those who are working hard and sprinting back on defense gets rewarded with an opportunity to score.
That's almost a steal by Rayson. No, he can't get the three back. Sanggalang against Pascual. Terrafirma trying to score here. Luis Sanggalang finds a way. For the Bolts is Kyle Pascual. So let's see if he'll get two here in the fourth quarter. Zaldivar loses it, but Pringle is there for the cleanup. Basket plus the foul.
And this is an opportunity for Zaldivar to be more active on offense. Sometimes they just need that opportunity.
There's a mismatch here. Quinto. Cancino, let's see if he has one more. Oh, third four-pointer for CJ Cancino. Posting up Paraiso. Pasaol drives, recovers, finds a way to get the basket to go in. They want to get it back to Alvin Pasaol, who finds Mendoza. Pasaol open for three. Nice extra pass, Torres. And Torres makes a two. Assist to Alvin Pasaol.
Everyone's really having a good scoring night.
Pasaol has 7 in this ball game. Menesho finally gets 2. Only the fourth point for Aljo Menesho.
The thing is, it's just going to be like an exchange of baskets. Of course, that will be to the advantage of Meralco because they were up by a big margin already.
Aram. Look at this. Anjo Aram fakes out everybody with the in and out and finishes with a floater. Barely any resistance from the defense of Terrafirma here in the fourth quarter.
I mean, the barrage of baskets by, Cancino and the rest of the Meralco Bolts really took its toll on Terrafirma.
And deflating for the Terrafirma Jeep. Sanggalang loses the handle. Mendoza against 2 green shirts. Stops, shoots, and scores!
Garbage time already. I mean, everyone is just like, getting some stops and continues to score.
Massive 42-point lead for the Bolts. And Terrafirma was within striking distance after the first half, but just Meralco, they're shooting here in the third quarter. Jose couldn't get the putback. Melesio up top, Sanggalang. Alley-oop is good.
He's still fighting, and that's a good sign.
Rosa. Cross court to Pasaol. Pasaol, 3. Oh, there you go. The 3 is good for Alvin Pasaol. He's coming on strong here in the fourth quarter. Sanggalang using that speed against Bates. Has to release to Melesio. Melesio lines it up. Finally hits a 3.
Whatever happens in that team,
especially in a conference that you guys will contend.
In the long run, it will always benefit your entire team because should anyone fall injured or anything, then you have all these guys coming off the bench.
Jose Montiel can't believe that was a miss by Hanapi. Rayson hangs in the air. Basket is good.
Look at that, Andre. Look at the excitement that Kurt Rayson has been doing in this entire game.
So nice, we got to see it twice. 40-point lead. Terence, underhanded layup is good for Tennis Romeo. And Kurt Rayson will just hold on to this as Meralco victorious. 2 games, 2 wins right now for Meralco in the Philippine Cup. Meanwhile, Tennis Romeo and the Terrafirma Jeep will go down to 1-1 here in the first weekend of the Philippine Cup.